Hi, this is Raj, your host, Unleashing Talent. Welcome to the Young Talent Career Podcast. And today we would be talking about the career counseling and the career plan. Now, for all of you, it is very important to have a very clear career vision with you. That's very, very important. And how do you get that career vision? And how do you plan for your career? How do you ensure that you get resources to meet your career goals? And when do you actually decide about your career? Many of you would have decided your career very, very long back. Maybe when you were in your infancy, you had some dreams and you had passion for something, and you were influenced by someone, and you decided to have a life of some type and lead, a life that you saw somebody else to do, some kind of influence on you. So the career planning has somewhere the roots back into your dreams, and the dreams have roots into the interaction that you have with the people and the influence that you have with them, or maybe the your exposure to the social media, movies and stuff like this. And that's how I guess it builds up. And then as you grow, you start understanding your strengths, your capabilities, and your inclination towards a particular subject, and you start reading more and more about that subject. We would talk more about the skills and knowledge building in another episode, but today we would be focusing primarily on the planning the career for you. So it's very important for young talent to sit and start writing the career plan. Look at the different options that you have and do some study to understand where the world is moving. Look at whether you want to get into the science extreme, and if yes, why do you want to do that? And don't get influenced just by people because they want you to get into the science, but also sometimes and very often look into people's suggestions, especially if you respect them, because your elders and your family, your parents, they know you since your childhood and when you were born, in your early stages and your interests. And so I think they are the best counselor to guide you in terms of making you understand who you are and some of your habits and desires and passions that you reflected during that age. So I just wanted to remind you of that you have parents available already to get some input from them at the first stage when you are doing your career planning. The second important element is also to do the resource assessment in terms of what conditions you are in terms of the financial conditions and the location where you are and the career that you want to pick up. Nothing is impossible. You can be in a village and still you could pursue your career goals. Absolutely no. There are a lot of people who have proved, and many of you who are listening would have done the same thing. So career is not something that can be stopped if you are determined and if you have a plan in place. So the focus of this discussion is that you need to make deliberate efforts to make your career decisions in a way that you have a short-term plan to accomplish your career goals, and you have a long-term plan to accomplish your career goals. And there are a couple of more things that are very, very important to the career, and that is especially you need to get in touch with people who are in that field. You need to read about the field that you want to get in. You need to understand the future of that field. I remember, I was interacting with a couple of people from engineering colleges, and they asked me, and I said, hey, look, you need to look at the artificial intelligence and digitization and the big data or the robotics and things like that. These are the future, the coding, stuff like that. So that will give you some insight into where the world is heading, and in case you are interested into that field. So you need someone to counsel you as well, or provide you some guidance, challenge your assumptions and your perceptions and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that you need to first do the career plan and then you get into your studies. Now this happens throughout as a part of the process. So when you are in an engineering college, or you're doing your medical or any professional course, you've already decided to pursue that career because you liked it, and but that does not end. The career doesn't end. It's not a job. Career doesn't end. Whichever field you are in, there are a lot of research that has happened in that field. There are a lot of books that have been written in that field. There are a lot of videos available. There are a lot of great thought leaders, and there are a lot of conferences and summits and stuff like that. So if you want to build a career, think from the perspective of a long-term plan, that is career. Because if your career is aligned with your passion, then you would never feel tired of giving time to your passion. And so it's very important for you to plan your career and replan your career, relook into it, reevaluate. There's no right or wrong plan. You continue to work into it, because the more you get deeper into it, the more information you would get, the more knowledge you would get, and you would have more visibility towards what career stream you want to. So getting a job is not a career, but remember, getting into the IT and then becoming an engineer on the first, second level support, that's not the career. The career is when you are specialized in a particular field. So hopefully this small talk was helpful to you. Hope to see you again in the next podcast. This is Raj signing off. See you again. Take care. Bye bye.